purpose. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Sorry to break you. May I know your name?
Yeah, I'm yet to start. Please wait. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I welcome you all to the demo session of data analysis. So myself, Harish, and I will be going to take the session for the next 1 hour of your time today. So this class is going to be your first free class for your data analysis course. So whatever the session we are going to conduct for this entire data analysis course, we're going to have it total 3 free classes being provided. So in those 3 free classes, this is the first free class. After that, we have 2 more free classes in tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So that the batch will be going to be started from tomorrow itself. So this particular introduction class is going to give you the complete idea regarding what is this data analysis actually, because so many of different types of students joins our session. So they should know first of all, what is this data analysis? That's the reason the session will be mostly providing you the introduction knowledge to this data analysis. And in the next coming classes, it will be more technical things would be touched. So this particular session, I would like to start with my introduction. Then I can go ahead with the next things. Okay. So the trainer name, so which is my name is Harish, and I am going to take the session for the next one of the time today. And this particular session, as I mentioned, first of all, I'd like to start with the introduction. Myself, Harish, and I have 9+ years of teaching experience and working as a data analyst. Currently, I'm working as a lead data analyst and also having experience with respect to the teaching of data analysis as well. So with respect to the work is concerned, I have total 9+ years of teaching, both the working also. I have experience in the skills of Databricks, PySpark, Python, SQL, Tableau, as well as Power BI. And I have good amount of experience in the projects that are related to banking sector, financial sector, healthcare, and also in the telecommunication related projects. And also with respect to the teaching, I have good amount of experience teaching the students from different types of categories. So what is it meant by? Suppose when you are going to attend these sessions, always we will be going to have the students coming from different types of places. I mean to say categories to be precise. So this particular thing, so this particular session also, we used to have the students always attending from types of categories. So I would like to also provide you the eligibility criteria for this particular classes. So what is meant by this eligibility criteria means people who are going to join in this data analysis or any kind of new course, the doubt would be, does this course is going to be suitable for me? Can I able to learn this data analysis? How are the opportunities for my type of students? Is it possible to get a job in this or not? Generally, because our aim is to get a job, that is the reason why any student can learn this any course. So particularly to this data analysis, I would like to highlight here. So mostly I would categorize the students as, first of all, as freshers. Freshers in the sense who recently completed the graduation or who might be in the final years of your graduation, maybe 1 year back or 2 years back, you might have completed. And next category of student I can say is people who are having some career gap. Maybe the students who might have completed the graduation some 3 years back or 4 years back. Even we used to have the students who have completed it in 10 years back or 15 years back as well. But still it is suitable. Okay. And next category of student I can consider is people who are already working persons. Maybe these students who are working in some non-IT backgrounds or might be in the IT sector itself, but other technologies, and wanted to shift to data analysis. So these are the types of categories of students who regularly attends our sessions, and we are all able to tell them you are all eligible to learn this data analysis if you are from one of this category. Okay, so you no need to worry about whether this course is suitable for me or not. You are all eligible to learn this data analysis course if you are any one of this background. Other common question. Somebody please check your voice in the mobile, guys. Somebody voice is cutting. Yeah. So other type of common question is the background of technical and non-technical. Sir, I'm coming from so and so non-technical backgrounds. I don't know anything about any programmings or nothing. Is it still possible to learn? Of course, it is possible. The reason behind that is the course is going to be starting every subject from the basics onwards. So even a student who doesn't have any prior knowledge with respect to data analysis or any programming things, still the student can able to learn the subject very much better. So there is no problem with respect to that. Okay, so student can be technical or a non-technical, or from a fresher background, or maybe in your final years of your graduation, or maybe having some career gap, or also might be working in other domains. Still, you are all eligible to learn this data analysis. Here, one simple point or final statement I can say is no prerequisite knowledge. Okay, no prerequisite knowledge is required to learn data analysis, to learn this data analysis in our institute. I'm not sure about other places, but here I am pretty much sure we are going to start everything from the basics onwards. So any student can learn any type of subject. So with that, I would like to stop the eligibility criteria. I guess you might have got some confidence with respect to the course, but with respect to the job opportunities, how it will be, you will get to know in some time. So this demo session, as I have promised, it will be complete basics I would like to cover today. With respect to 3 W's of data analysis, I'm going to discuss. What are 3 W's? I would like to highlight first of all what is data analysis, then why it is needed or why we need to learn, and where are we going to use this. So these 3 questions, if you can understand, maximum introduction can be understandable. Okay. So start with the definition of data analysis. So what is data analysis? When you are trying to learn the new subjects, it can be anything, you need to get these 3 W knowledge I can consider. Okay, so what is data analysis? If you observe this term data analysis, I can say there are two different words present in this. One is data, other one can be analysis. Data is one word, analysis is another word. What is data actually? Simple meaning, I can say data means information. Suppose if I ask about yourself, what's your name, what's your contact number, what is your email address, what's your date of birth, Aadhaar number, PAN card number, these type of details. An example, if you consider, that can be your data. If I gather the same data from 100 students, 1 lakh students, or 10 lakhs students, still that's a data. Data is something, simply I can say information about something. I have taken about a student. You might take something about Zomato orders, about the healthcare data, or about some sports related data, whatever it might be. Simply, what is meant by analysis? Analysis in the sense examining or observing something deeply. That is what I can say for analysis meaning. So analysis in the sense I can say you're going to do examining or else observing the things deeply. Something you are examining or observing it deeply, we can consider that as analysis. Now let's combine both of this data and analysis to form a proper definition. I can say whatever the data you are having with you are going to examine that or observe that deeply and find out what is present in that data. That can be a simple definition I can say. Now combine both of this data and analysis to form a single definition. I can say data analysis is the process of analyzing the data, analyzing the data to find the insights. Okay, it is the process I'm going to follow to analyze the data, and I'm going to find out the insights related to the data. Here something you need to understand about what is the process meant by and what is meant by these insights and all. Okay, so generally what is meant by process in the sense there are multiple steps present in that. How many in respect to data analysis? I can say there are 5 different steps are present. I'm going to use those 5 steps to analyze the data, and I'm going to find out the insights. What is this word insights meaning is, I can say it is output of data analysis. Okay, output of data analysis. When you're going to do some observation or some examination on some data, you're going to find a few things I told. That is nothing but you're calling with a word called as insight. There are alternate words present for this. I can simply call it as findings, or else I can say simply unseen trends, meaning the things which you can't able to see with your eyes, you can able to find that out. That is called as unseen trends. So overall, this is a proper definition you can use. If anybody asks you what is data analysis means, you can say data analysis is the process I am going to use to analyze the data by using those 5 steps, and I'm going to find what is present in my data. Simply that is what is data analysis. Okay, but let us now understand about the next important question about why we are going to use this data analysis. So why data analysis is used? Okay, Let's spend some time. This question will be needed for you to spend a lot of time to understand. So let me explain you by taking more amount of time. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. So let us continue. Why data analysis is used? So this question is a very important question in this demo session. I'm going to explain this question from two different mindsets. One is from the student side. As a student, as we are all learning this data analysis, you might get a question: why do we need to learn? Because in the market there are so many skills are there. Why to be precise data analysis? Why can't be anything else? And when you are going to use it in the companies also need to understand why data analysis do I need to use in my company? Why can't anything else? So that questions you are going to get the answer. That's a two different mindset from the student side, from the company side. So let us now try to understand that with two different scenarios. So I'm going to consider here a example number one to explain you these two things. First example, I would like to consider a small retail shop example. So what is this retail shop example meant by is, suppose if you observe in your day-to-day home, you might able to see some small retail shops will be there to the side of your home where you can go and buy some small items, right? So that is what is this example I'm referring to. So there was one retail shop owner. This retail shop owner was daily noting down the sales details happening in their shop. What is the type of data means? Consider that the shop is getting opened at morning 10 a.m. Whenever a customer comes to the shop, he is noting down the time and also what is the purchase amount or bill amount they paid. Let's say a customer came at 10 a.m. and made a sales of some 100 rupees. He noted down in this manner: 10 a.m. 100 rupees. And other time at 10:15 a.m. a customer came and made a sales of some 150 rupees. And let's say at 10:30 there is other customer came, made a sales of some 200 rupees. Like that, so on until night 10 p.m. the shop is open. Last customer came and made a sales of some 50 rupees. Like this, from morning to evening, the complete sales details and the time of the transaction was noted down. So this is simply can be considered as data or not? Some information about the sales happening in their shop. Then the question is how this data is helpful for that shop. Simply that owner can find out in the day what is the total sales happened, right? How we can able to say? Simply adding all those amounts: 100 plus 150 plus 200, so on up to 50. Let us consider that is a 5,000 rupees. And of course, as you're noting it down, you might also note down the serial numbers, meaning how many number of customers came to my shop. I am considering 50 customers. So I'll say number of customers, nothing but count. Count in the sense how many students are there in the class. You're going to start 1, 2, 3 like that. So that's the count here is 50. Now, what else I can say? What is the average sales? What is average sales meant by? If a customer is coming to my shop, what is the minimum bill they are making? On an average, how much it is? So I'm trying to make it as 5,000 rupees divided by 50 is the count. Okay. 5,000 rupees is the total sales. Generally, how an average can be calculated: sum of all the numbers divided by number of values. So here I'm considering from morning to evening, total how much of sales happened. I added them. It became 5,000 rupees divided by how many? 50 customers came. So divided by 50, it will be going to be given 100 rupees. What is the meaning? If a customer is coming to my shop, easily they're making 100 rupees of sales. Somebody might make above 100 or below 100, but average is 100. And this is very simple analysis, right? Let us make it somewhat more. What is the total sales happened from the morning 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., and from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.? I'm categorizing my sales values with respect to the time period. So let us consider there is 1,000 rupees of sales happened at 10 to 12, and 1,000 rupees of sales at 12 to 5, and some 3,000 rupees of sales happened at 5 to 10 on the day. Total 5,000. This is one type of analysis. So this way, the owner is storing the data from the last few 1 year of data you consider. So you might have every month sales data. If you add every day, simply what is the total sales in the December month? What is the total sales in the October month, November month, January month? Like that every day, I can able to make that, right? That is one kind of comparison I can do from month to month. So and so month, this much of sales. Next month, whether the sales increased or decreased, I can compare it. Suppose today is February month. Previously, January month is there. Before that, December is there. I will compare both of those month sales. Is it increasing or decreasing? Like that, I can understand how my sales is performing. And I can do much more other analysis. I will say every Monday between 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., how much of sales happening in the November month, December month, and January month you can compare. You are doing somewhat advanced analysis there. Simple analysis is total sales count average is very simple. But when you're doing these type of things, you'll understand every Monday in the evening times how much of sales is happening. Okay, so in that manner, I can able to easily do some advanced analysis. Because of that, your results will be much better. Okay, so this is a very simple way to understand the things. You here in this entire case number one, just discussed with you. This is everything related to a small retail shop. To do this entire analysis, there is no need to do any type of analysis with respect to Python, or it can be SQL. Nothing is needed, right? This person of the retail shop owner doesn't know anything related to any of these things. Simply, they are only doing it what? Simple, normal mathematics only. Here, there is no need of this person to learn any data analysis technical skills. But why I have explained you this point means so that you can understand what is the importance of this data analysis over there. That person was able to do the analysis over that person's company's sales data, and they can able to improve their business and understand first of all how much of sales. Just imagine yourself, if this data is not there with you, is it possible to find out all of these things? Of course it is not possible. So data plays an important role over there. If you can do that analysis on the data, it is creating wonders for the business to understand and improve themselves. I hope up to here it's clear, right? Now let us go with the second case. I'm going with case number 2. So this case number 2, I'm taking some big company. I would like to consider here a company called as Zomato. I think everybody know what is Zomato, in the sense it is going to be the food delivery app. So if you place a food order, it will deliver it to your home. That is the basic business of the Zomato. Other businesses might be there, but it's a basic business. So you like to store the data, whatever Zomato sales are going to happen. So same like this retail shop. Is it possible to generally make a note of the sales on a piece of paper like in this case? Of course it is not. Simple reason is large amounts of data. Here hardly 50 customers you are getting. But how many orders are you going to get in a day in this particular Zomato? I can say easily some 8 lakhs of orders per day. On an average in India, a Zomato will get 8 lakhs of orders. That much of big amount of data, I can't able to make a note in the piece of paper. Ruled out. Next, is it possible to store it in the laptops? You can store it, but how many days are you going to make that? Right? Storage would not be sufficient, and it is not possible. That is the reason where the databases, the servers, the cloud, these things are started evaluating. When the data is going to be stored in these places, that is where the technical skills are going to be coming into the picture. Because 8 lakhs of orders you got today, whenever you place an order, they're going to store some details like order ID for every order, who is the customer placed order, what is the food item, in which restaurant, and for example, let's say who is the delivery agent, how much of time the delivery agent has taken to deliver. And also you will get the information about this payment information, how the payment is made, offline payment, online payment. In online means, is it a credit card, debit card, or is it UPI? If it is a card, then which bank card? See how much of details are generated. Okay, let's say you are noting it down on a server or a database. How are you going to find out the total sales happened on that day? You can't able to use calculator like how you have calculated 100 plus 150 plus 200. You need here the technical skills. Either you use Python or Power BI or SQL or Excel, whatever you want. But some technical things are needed for you when you want to analyze a large amounts of data. That is the core point you need to understand over there. Got it right? Now here, I would like to highlight what type of analysis you are going to do on this type of data. Simple examples I will tell you. Total sales today. That's very normal. I wanted to understand how many orders I got in every city, mainly metropolitan cities. In every city, how many orders I got today. That is also normal. Hyderabad, how many? Kolkata, how many? Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, these type of cities, I'm looking at the number of orders. But I wanted to do it from last 1 month. Last 1 month, you consider all those 1 month onwards, how much of sales happened you wanted to, or how many orders I received in every city. That is also pretty much normal. Let us make it increased from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., in which the orders are non-vegetarian orders. That too, the sales amount greater than 500 rupees. The orders which are going to satisfy these conditions, the order must be placed between 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and the order should be non-veg item, and at the same time order amount should be greater than 500 rupees. Which are all the orders satisfy these conditions? You count only those orders for every city and tell me how much you are getting on every Monday. Getting it deep, right? So this is how you can able to do the analysis by using the technical skill set, either by using Python or SQL or Power BI or Tableau, whatever it might be. This type of technical skills are needed if your data is very, very huge. Overall here, the data is the major crucial point which is driving the business scenarios, or as a student if you want to use any kind of technical skill set. If this data is not there, nothing is possible. No data analysis, no data science, no artificial intelligence, nothing. This is the data which is a crucial point which is driving the business to get the growth. So that's the reason I can say data is like a fuel for the companies. Just like for a vehicle to move forward, how a petrol or a diesel is needed, same way for a business to move forward, this data is like that. So this data, whenever it is there, we, the analyst, is needed to do the analysis on this data. Am I right? And this analyst, when they are going to do the analysis on this data, they are going to find what? Insights. These insights are used by whom? The businesses, once again, to make some decisions. Here you might get a question, what type of decisions? Okay, let me tell you this example I found, right? Every Monday, how much of sales are happening? Okay, you forget about Monday, at least 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., meaning the lunch orders of non-veg greater than 500 rupees. You are finding out every city how many orders are there. So you might find some cities would be having very less amount of orders you are getting. Okay, some cities might be getting very less number of orders. So at that particular point of time, how are you going to increase the sales of but that particular city where you are getting less number of sales? Am I right? Definitely there might be some cities perform much better, some cities will perform less. If you can identify where are you performing less, you can give some extra offers. Instead of giving for all the cities, you can only give some extra offers to the customers present in that particular city to increase the number of orders. Am I right? That is how you can improve the business. So that is the decisions where you can able to make to get your growth into your business. So this is the growth, which is the main crucial point, which is driving the businesses to improve themselves. So overall here, data analysis is the crucial point, the technical skill set needed for the companies in analyzing their business data and finding out the insights, and those insights are used by the companies in making some decisions, and those decisions will help their companies in getting the growth. Overall, this is what is data analysis. So here you understood from the company's point of view how much of important this data analysis is. Now from the student point of view, I told you the technical skills are needed, but why only data analysis? I'll cover a few scenarios. Let's say the opportunities. First of all, if you want to get a job, you need to see more amount of opportunity should be there in the market. If let's say there are 10 opportunities present for that, you might get somewhat hard time. Maybe so many tough competition might be there. But instead, what if you have 20 opportunities? It would make somewhat easy to get a job. So how I can say data analysis is having more opportunities? Simple. Go to LinkedIn or Naukri. Those are some of the job portals. You can simply look at the data analyst jobs. Is it available for your profile? Maybe you are a fresher, means check for a fresher category. If you are inexperienced, check with respect to experience category. If you're having a career gap, simple. Either you can consider your profile in the fresher, or you want to take some experience, means show it in terms of the experience category. Anywhere, for any type of category, opportunities would be there. more amount of opportunities. That too, there is a very demanding skill in the market. I think everybody know that, because data analysis is most demanding skill in the market, because more opportunities, more jobs are available in this data analysis current market is going on. And but you can't able to just consider by looking into the current scenario. What about future, right? What will happen means, generally in the companies, you will learn some XYZ skill today, thinking it's very demanding. You will spend your time and money to learn the skill. You will get a job, of course, possible, very much good. What about after 2 to 3 years or 4 years later? Whatever the skill you thought is having demand, you learned the time, whatever the time you have completely spent it and you learned it. When you're trying to switch the company to increase your package, there are no opportunities present. What will happen again? Again, go and look for the demanding skill, spend the amount, spend the time, learn the skill set. 2 times you are learning different skills. You need to change the domains. But in this data analysis, it is not needed. Why I wanted to say means, there is no alternate for data. Am I right? Is there anything alternate for a data if any business want to store? Nothing. Wherever there is a data, definitely an analyst is needed to handle that data, to analyze that data. Then what is the point of data if the companies are storing, if they don't want to do the getting analysis? Am I right? Even you can consider, so many students used to ask a common question. So what is the artificial intelligence impact on this data analysis? That's a common question I used to get in the demos. So that's the reason why I wanted to consider that upfront. So even if you take a chat GPT, for example, which is a generative artificial intelligence, when you ask a question, it is giving you the answers. Based on what? Based on the data it has been taken. Based on the what is the data present in the background, it is using the data and generating the answers. Am I right? So who is giving that the data? Who is handling the data for it? Who is cleaning the data for that? Background work is again data analysis, data engineering. So many other profiles will come. Artificial intelligence is not something only thing present. In the background, there are so many data related activities should be performed to generate a final output. That's the reason I'm saying even this analysis, what you are learning now, will come under the artificial intelligence umbrella. Because of that, your opportunities are also still going to rise in the market in the future. So that is the reason I wanted to say demand is there now for this data analysis. Of course, you all know, but in the future also it would be more increase. Because of that, your profiles will be getting more number of opportunities with better packages. With respect to packages, if you observe, a fresher can easily get around 6 LP of package in the current scenarios. Easily you can get an on average. If your experience is going to rise, your packages are going to be very much better in the market for a data analyst. Okay, because we are in the market, we know how the scenarios would be. The packages are very high in the market for a data analyst. In the future, if your experience is going to increase, your packages are also going to increase a lot. Okay, so this is how you need to analyze any skill when you're learning. Is it going to suitable for you, your profile, how the opportunities, whether it is having demand or not? I covered all the scenarios from our side as a who are needing a job, and also from the company side who are going to use them. Okay, so I have explained you with these two scenarios. Now I'd like to write a simple statement. I'm removing everything. So I would like to write a simple statement here stating that the companies or the businesses, whatever is the scenario you consider, are using the data analysis insights to make better decisions, which will help the business to grow. Okay, which is going to help the business to grow. So this is the final statement I can say, but entire explanation I think you were able to understand. Now let us go for the next question, where it is used, where data analysis is used. We have so many scenarios. We can't able to write each and every company name, but at least we'll touch the businesses, what type of businesses are using. Okay, starting with e-commerce. I guess everybody know what are e-commerce companies. First company will come to mind, Amazon. What else we can say? We have Flipkart, and I can say it in the Walmart. And some quick commerce companies you can consider, Zepto, Blinkit, Instamart, some food delivery
Big
apps.
basket, big
Yeah, of
basket.
course, Big Basket and Zomato, Swiggy, and you can consider the online ride booking apps, Uber, Rapido, and you can consider the online shopping platforms like Azio, Mintra, Meesho, whatever the companies. You might think, how these companies are using. See, these are the most important companies which are generating a lot of data in the market. Just imagine, you might have definitely used one of this app in the last 7 days. Am I right? One of these types of apps, for sure. Most of the people, 90% of the people. So then understand, if you place an order, data would be stored. If you book a ride in the Rapido, your data will be stored. Simple example, you go to your phone pay and see last month transactions, what you performed. It would be visible, right? How it would be visible? Because every transaction you perform, it will be stored in the background. If they're not storing, how can you see? Am I right? So that is what I wanted to say. The importance of data is everywhere. Okay. Still, not only just these companies, I can say in the banking, if you go to bank and open any account related to your transaction details, your customer details, everything will be there in the bank. Okay. It can be the mutual funds, or it can be the investment sector, or it can be the insurance related things. Okay. And in the healthcare, hospitals and pharmaceutical companies, I can say in the sports and games, even how sports and games are using. A simple example, if you people are more about the sports and games, you can understand this example easily. Let's say any sport. I'm not restricting to only one sport. Either it can be cricket or football, hockey, badminton, wrestling, whatever you consider. A simple cricket example, if you observe, when you're watching a TV, let's say by the time you have switched on the TV, the scorecard is saying that for 7 overs, or let me say some 6 overs, okay, or something, 80 for 2 is the scorecard they are showing it. This scorecard, if you just look at this, you can't able to completely understand what just happened in your match. So in between the match, when you're watching on TV, these type of visuals will come. So on x-axis, I'm taking the over number. On x-axis, y-axis, I'm taking the number of runs. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here I will take suppose from 4, 6, 8, 10, like that. Okay, some rough graph. So first over these many runs, second over these many runs, third over, something like these types of graphs are going to be visible for you. Forget about seventh over. Okay. So like this, some dots are also there saying that this is the wicket on that particular over. So 2 wickets were fallen, 1 wicket in the second over, 1 wicket in the fifth over. You can understand. If I show you this 80 for 2, if I ask the question in which over the wickets were fallen, you can't able to know without this graph. Am I right? And other things also I can say, first over is the one which is given maximum number of runs. In this over, I got least number of runs. Am I right? This type of complete understanding of your game is possible by just looking at these type of visualizations. So that is the reason I wanted to say even sports are also using this. But this is in the live telecast. When you're lively telecasting any cricket match or something. But in the inside game also, you will understand every team will have this type of analyst with them who is going to analyze the player performance, where they're lagging, where they're performing better. In the opponent player teams, how to understand who is the strong player, where is the weak point for that player, to identify those things in the analysis standpoint. The tactics were being made by using this. Okay, so this is one life of real-time example I would like to just highlight here. But we're not interested much in the sports, well and good, we have so many other sectors which I'm covering here. Okay, so sports is one type of a sector where I can use this data analysis. I can say in the stock markets. Okay, so complete IT sector and non-IT sector also nowadays are using data analysis. Don't think that I am not writing those companies. If you have all these companies using data analysis, these companies will go to Infosys, Wipro, Accenture for the employees again, same. That's the reason I'm not writing separately those company names. Okay, but they are actually going to have the complete jobs. Okay, the education sector, whatever the industries you want, you can write. Definitely there is data analysis implementing in that place. Okay, so overall, this is about the 3 Ws of data analysis I would like to first of all discuss with you. But that is the most time taking one in our demo. Now let us understand about the technical skills. What are we going to teach you in this data analysis course? So what type of skills are being covered in our course? We are going to teach you Excel, statistics, SQL, structured query language, Power BI, Tableau, Python. So these are the technical skills which are going to be covered for you people in this course. Every subject only for the data analysis required in any skill set. When it comes to Python, it's not The full stack Python you are going to learn here, it is needed for the data analysis. That is libraries, but not just libraries I will teach, because if I directly start with the libraries, you won't understand the basics of it, because the aim of this course is to provide the basic knowledge as well for every student. So that's the reason I can say from basics onwards, the subject is going to be covered. That's the reason core concepts of Python. When it comes to any subject, the core concepts are going to be covered. So from the basics to advanced, each and every subject is going to be covered for you. And that too with 15 plus real-time projects in this particular course. So these real-time projects are going to be coming from every skill set separately. And also integration wise also the projects are going to be done. Meaning how can we use SQL, Power BI, Python to complete one project, like that completion of combined skills also we are going to do the projects, and case studies will be there to solve it and gain the knowledge. So here these 15 plus real-time projects, some of the projects even I'm going to explain in the real-time class in the live classes, and some of them are going to be tried from your side also. Both of us combinedly we are going to achieve the 15 plus real-time projects, and these
So
projects are what.
Harish,
Just a minute, guys. These
uh,
doubts I will take in the end. Okay, please don't mind, because we have less amount of time. That's the reason. I will take complete half an hour or 1 hour of time. I will give you whatever the doubts you're having. Okay, please
sure.
wait for 10 minutes. I will complete. Okay, so these all complete projects here, you can even place in your resume. Okay, because the main aim of doing these projects is to showcase, right? If you hide with you, nobody will know that you know the data analysis. You need to elevate about yourself by using these projects in the resume. Okay, so along with these all things, the data sets, whatever are needed to be used for practice purpose, a lot of data sets I can able to share with you from different types of business. It can be related to OTTs, the the complete retail sales analysis, or it can be the employees related data, or it can be the orders related to Amazon, or it can be the sports, it can be related to the movies. Different types of data sets we are going to provide for you in these classes. And here important thing is going to be daily notes would be shared. Whatever the class I'm going to explain, whatever I'm writing in the notepad, that would be shared with you. That's like a simple rough type of a notes. Along with that, we are going to share a proper material also. What is this material meant by? A PDF. For example, if I wanted to show you a sample PDF, I will simply show you. Suppose you can see this is a simple SQL type of material which we goes to provide for all the students. Okay, which I have been prepared this one. So this particular material, which is like a textbook for you, will be shared along with your normal notes that I'm going to send you daily. So this notes is going to be shared with you. Along with that, day-to-day recordings will be shared. Recordings of the daily classes, just how the demo session as of now I am recording. Same way every class is going to be recorded and will be shared on the same day purpose. Whatever the class completion within maximum half an hour or 1 hour, you can definitely get the recording. Maximum half an hour will be the time you'll get the recording. So these recordings will be there with you. Even if you miss any class, you can go through the recording and you can complete the class. You can come to me if you have any doubts. I can definitely help you, even if in the offline or online. Anyway, you can reach out to me. I will help you with your questions. Okay. And here along with the recordings, guys, this is not just this. We have assignments we are going to provide. We have the exams also going to be shared with you to complete and practice. And this is not for any other criteria exams. Only exams here are meant for student to understand how much they have learned. Okay, this is nothing to deal with any this score is it used at any point of time to give you the certificates, nothing. Student can understand where they're performing better, where they're not performing better, which questions, let's say they have not answered well, they can improve themselves. Okay, and these exam questions whatever we give are also going to be important for your interviews also. I will cover in that manner the questions. Okay, and along with this we are going to provide you the resume building classes, which is a very important one. Learning is one part, going into the job applications is another part, I can say. So for that, first step is resume. So how to prepare your resume, how can you apply for the jobs, how to create your Naukri or LinkedIn profiles, how to contact the recruiters. Okay, how to find the or search the jobs. Okay, how to contact the recruiters and message them and call with them, like this type of contacting strategies. We also call it as cold messaging. Okay, so different types of profile building strategy classes are going to be covered for you here. Along with that, we are going to provide you the important interview questions for each and every subject. These questions are really helpful for the student to clear the interviews with ease. And also the mock interviews are also going to be conducted for each and every student here to understand how the complete interviews are going to be looking like. A sample interviews will be helping you to prepare much better for the real interviews. Okay. And here we are going to provide you the complete placement assistance until you get the job. Along with that, we can say the course completion certificate would be provided. But important thing would be here with respect to other certifications, the internship certification is also going to be provided for the students in our institute. With 6 months of internship certificate would be provided from our institute, which is a private limited company. We are going to provide you the internship certificate, which is of 6 month duration. Okay, so we'll be going to have, after completing entire concepts, you'll be going to spend the time on the internship, and we'll provide you the 6 month internship certificate. Along with this internship certificate, guys, we are also going to help you in the Microsoft Azure certifications. So what are these? Nowadays, what will happen means in the market, everybody will have Python, Power BI, SQL skill set in the resume. If all of you go and apply for the jobs, whose profile should get highlighted? Persons who have some extra things in them in that particular data analysis. Let me say, with respect to certifications, with respect to the projects. Projects, anyhow, we are going to cover. But if you have some certifications, that will improve more chances for you. So that's the reason here Azure certifications are also going to be guided for you how to crack the exam. How can you first of all prepare for that? And also here I'm going to provide you some materials to even prepare for that also. So I'm going to guide you people to go ahead and clear the exams and get the certifications. Okay. So these Microsoft Azure certifications, if you're interested in other cloud, so this is for cloud exposure. I think you all know about the cloud, right? To get some cloud knowledge, these certifications will be handy. So if you have these certifications, your profile will get more strength. If you're interested in AWS or GCP, Google Cloud Platform, Amazon Web Services, no problem, it's your choice. But I am preferring here Microsoft because it is easy to start with. Okay, so that's the reason. So this is how the complete course structure is going to be. Now let me explain you about the duration and a few other flexibilities, guys. So the duration of this course is going to be total 4 months of time it will take to complete. So the course is having so many skills, so that's the reason it is going to be total 4 months of duration, I can say, to complete this entire course. And the classes we will be going to have daily Monday to Friday, 1 hour of class, and along with that some Saturdays also we will be going to have 1 hour of class. Sundays we won't have the class. Few Saturdays we will be going to have class that is of 1 hour again. So these particular classes will be there in both offline as well as online, both the places. Okay. About the batch timings, the class will be from morning 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. in both offline as well as online. Okay. So tomorrow's class is going to be from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. in both offline as well as online. We have the classes. But I have something else to discuss about the other timings also. What is the reason behind discussion of this? I will tell you. We have other timings from morning 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. also we have a class. Evening time also 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. also we have a class. There also I am only going to teach. Okay. So these timings, why I told, I will tell you. I will cover few things with respect to flexibilities what we are providing for the student. So let's say I am a student, I want to join this data analysis course, and let's say I have attended the SQL classes in the 9 to 10. It completed. But after listening to that entire classes, I'm feeling like if I can attend for the second time also the same skill set, I might get more knowledge or more practice I will get. Like that, generally it is possible. After listening to one time, you'll get to know what is SQL. Now, if you can have a chance to listen to one more time, it might improve your confidence. Am I right? Generally, it is possible, right? So, is it possible to attend the live classes one more time after we learn the SQL or any skill? So, here we are going to allow you to attend any skill any number of times, that too in any batch. What is that meaning? 9 to 10 you completed SQL. There are other batches also in the 10 to 11 and 7 to 8 also. Let me say I'm starting SQL in the next week at 10 to 11. I will inform everybody. So on, so 9 to 10 to 11 a.m. we are starting SQL. Whoever are interested can come and join. So you can attend multiple times so that you can gain the confidence in the same skill set. No need to pay any extra amounts for that. There is no extra charges for that. Another flexibility is I told the course duration is 4 months. So I'm in having a requirement to complete it in 2 months of time or 3 months of time. less amount of time I want to complete my entire course. Is it possible? It is possible still here. How it is means 9 to 10, you attend the class, you learn one subject. You also attend 10 to 11, another subject you learn. Evening also you attend for third subject. Per day, you can attend all three classes, learn different subjects in different timings. You might think now, like, is it okay? Can I able to learn in that manner? Is it not going to be confusing? Can I learn multiple skills in one single day? It's a simple example I'll tell you. You might have seen this in the school days also, where you might have learned five, 6 or 7 different subjects per day. Morning, first of all, let me say mathematics, then English, then social, then again science, where there is no linkage also. But here it is not like that, right? You are able to do in some childhood itself means definitely you can able to do. I'm not saying or forcing you to attend all classes. It's your choice. I'm completely giving the flexibility for the students. Whoever wants to complete the course in less time duration, for them we are giving an opportunity to attend multiple classes in the same day and complete your course in less time duration. That is what. For that also you don't need to pay any extra amounts. Normal, regular registration fees only. Even for the internship certificate also there is no other charges we are charging. It's included in the course fees. No other charges we are charging for all these flexibilities that we are going to provide. Okay, so these are all other flexibilities. So here a student can attend any skill any number of times in any batch. Okay, and a student can complete the course in a student can complete the course in less time duration by attending multiple classes in a day, and no other extra charges are needed. Okay, so this is how completely this session I wanted to cover actually. So important things you need to focus here is today's class, how much of importance the data analysis is having when it comes to job opportunity side, when it comes to the reason behind learning this data analysis. When there are so many skills in the market, why exactly data analysis is having demand and it's very easy to learn. Except Python, whatever you can see in the skill set, there is no programming language present. SQL is a query language, that's not a programming. And this Python also, let me tell you, no need to worry about this. Python, by looking at it, don't think that it is very hard, because we are not learning any full stack Python. You're not going to write any hundreds or thousands of lines of code. It is simply libraries. Every activity that you want to perform, there would be the functions available to do that. Without doing any much programming, you can able to do the analysis using Python by using simple libraries. So entire skill set here are very easy to learn. That is one reason so many students who are not having much of the technical knowledge, they will opt for this data analysis, because see, but because this is very easy to learn. And that is one reason. Other reason can be more demanding in the market, so that we can get job easily when you have more opportunities. So these are few reasons you can close to understand today's class, understanding the importance of data analysis. So I know today so many things I haven't discussed with respect to, for example, skill wise, what is the importance of Excel, what is the importance of Power BI, why we need to learn SQL or Python, what are the topics we are going to cover in that, what's the time duration of each and every subject, and also with respect to the tools, what are we going to use, the software tools regarding the installations. And most importantly, I told you in this process, in the sense multiple steps are involved, 5 different steps. What are those 5 steps? Okay, to perform which step, which skill is needed. Those all technicalities I didn't cover today, because thinking it's the first class, I should not dump much more technical things in the students' minds to get you make more confused. If I make it would be tough for you. That's the reason I wanted you to focus on these simple things today. Next class tomorrow, which is our second free class, we are going to cover all the technical things in more deep. So second free class which we are going to offer, I told you total 3 free classes. So in that, the second free class is on tomorrow. Tomorrow's date is going to be the 5th of the February 2026. We are going to have the class in both offline and online. Both offline and online at what time? 9 a.m. because your batch is at 9 a.m. That's the reason. Okay. So we're going to have the second free class tomorrow, and it's a batch starting from tomorrow, and then third free class. It will continue from tomorrow onwards. Fifth, second free class again on 6th of February. Third free class. It will be going to be subject. I will start directly on the third free class. Tomorrow it will be technical things of data analysis, about the skills and everything. You'll get better clarity. Okay. And the next class, direct subject will start. Okay. Now I will be going to give you the time to ask your questions. I'm going to stop up to here.